Hi everyone, in this lecture we are going to see how to share data between different Spark jobs. There are multiple use cases where you want to share the data across multiple Spark jobs when the data is not huge. Using create or replace global temp view, the data can be shared between Spark jobs instead of storing it in intermediate data persistently in disk and later having trouble in cleaning those intermediate data. Also, the Medium blog description has been attached to this video description, which we are going to see in a practical demo here. Okay, so what is the difference between temp view and global temp view? They both creates a lazily evaluated view from the data frame that you can then use like a Hive table in Spark SQL. But it does not persist that information into the memory unless you cache the data. Temporary view created by these methods will just create a memory reference to the data frame. It will create a temporary view of the table in memory. It is not persistent at the moment, but you can run SQL query on top of that. The lifetime of these temporary views created by create or replace temp view method is tied to Spark session. But the lifetime of the global temp view created by create or replace global temp view method is tied to a Spark application. Okay, so we will discuss about what is the difference between Spark session and Spark application. But the memory reference which is created using the global temp view, right, that can be used across Spark sessions. It is not bound to a single Spark session, unlike we are creating the reference using normal temp view method. So these temp views will automatically get dropped when the application terminates. All the temporary views which is created using global temp view method by default will go under the schema global temp. This global temp, if you want, you can also change this to different name based on your requirement, and this is configurable using the Spark conf properties. You can configure this name. Okay, so in Databricks you can share the data using the global temp view between different notebooks when each notebook have its own Spark session. If each notebook shares the same Spark session, then using a normal temp view also you can share the data across notebooks. But due to some security reasons, this option is set to false by default, but you can turn it on based on your requirements. This is a property to turn the session share between different notebooks. But this Spark session isolation is enabled by default. Why it is enabled? Because with Spark session isolation, different notebook attached to a cluster or in different sessions with isolated runtime configurations and database settings. In order to share temporary views across notebooks when session isolation is enabled, users can use global temporary views. Users can still disable the session isolation setting by using the session share to true. If you enable this option, using the normal create or replace temp view method itself, you can share the data between different Spark sessions which is running in different notebooks. From Spark 2.0.2 DB1 runtime versions and above, Databricks enabled this by default to be false due to some security reasons. If you are not using Databricks cluster, Spark application can be considered as a single batch job. It can contain more than one Spark session. So usually we will be developing this Spark code using IntelliJ or any other IDE environment. There, each application you are creating represents a single batch job. So the global temporary views will be used to share the data between multiple Spark sessions. Okay, let's come back to our initial point, like what is the difference between Spark session and Spark application. Spark session is a unified entry point of a Spark application from a Spark 2.0 version. It provides a way to interact with various Spark's functionality with lesser number of constructs. But Spark application is your entire batch job. Inside a single Spark application, you can have n number of Spark sessions based on your requirement. Okay, then using a single Spark session itself, I can achieve whatever I need. Then why need multiple Spark sessions in the same Spark application or same Spark job? One of the scenario is when two different configuration needs to be used to create a different Spark session. For example, you have two different Hive metastore. You have a requirement to combine the data coming from two different Hive metastores in a single Spark application. Then you need to use different Spark session. with different configuration. So this is the example snippet of using different Spark session with different Hive configuration settings. So here we are reading a data from Hive Metastore 1, which is running in port 9083, and another Hive which is running in 9084. So we have a requirement to combine the data coming from these two databases. So we have created a Spark session 1 and new Spark session 2. So here we are reading the data from Spark session 1 and creating a global temporary view. This global temporary view can be accessed from different Spark session in a same Spark application. By using this different Spark session and using a global temporary view, you can achieve this requirement of connecting two different Hive Metastore in the same Spark application job. This is where global temporary views plays a vital role. So this two temporary views, this one view which we created in this Spark application will get terminated when we issue spark.stop method, or when the application automatically terminates.
Let's see a live example by creating a sample Spark application using IntelliJ IDE without Databricks cluster. So this is our sample Spark application where we are creating just a normal sample data frame and trying to share with different Spark session in a same Spark application using a global temporary view. If you see here I'm creating a session 1 and I'm creating a sample data frame and creating a temporary view and global temporary view with the names temp view and global temp view, and trying to access the same data using a Spark session 1. And I'm creating a new Spark session and trying to access the data, means the memory reference which is created in Spark session 1, which I could succeed only for globally temporary view, as we already know, because this is the view which will be shared across session. If I try to access a temp view which is created using a session 1 using a new Spark session which is created next to it, we will get an error. First we will try to run this with to check whether we can able to read the globally temporary view which we are trying to access from the second Spark session. Then we will try to run and see what is the issue we are facing when we are accessing this temporary view when we are reading it from second Spark session. If you see here, we are creating a Spark session 1 and temporary view with 10 records and global temporary view with 5 records, which I am trying to access it from the Spark session 2, and we can able to succeed to read the global temporary view which we had created using Spark session 1. Now I will uncomment this option and let's see what is the issue we are facing. Yeah, now we are facing some issue which we are getting as table or view is not found. Yeah, because this is the view temp view which we are creating using the Spark session 1, and this new Spark session is not aware of what is happening in that first session except the global temporary view. So now you understand the usage of global temporary view. Next we will see the same in Databricks.
Now we are in Databricks cluster. We are going to see the same thing what we tried in IntelliJ IDE for sharing the data using temp view and global temp view. Here, each notebook you can consider as a single Spark application or a single Spark job. Now we are going to create a random 10 rows data using temporary view. Then we are also creating a 5 records data frame and creating a global temporary view on top of it, similar to how we did in IntelliJ IDE.
Now this Spark, every Databricks notebook by default it comes with a Spark session named Spark. Now we are going to create a new session. This is a second Spark session in this Spark application. And if I am trying to read the data, if you see the data tables which is present under the global temp schema, you can see we have global view and temporary view which we have created. If you see, this temporary view is present under default database. It is not under global temp view. As we already discussed, whatever view we are creating under global temporary view, you can see that under this schema. Now I'm trying to read the data in new Spark session also for checking under global temp what it is there. If you see this, I am trying with the first Spark session which I created the global temp view and temporary view. Here I can see these tables all present, but if you see when I use new Spark session to list the tables, you are not able to see this temporary view which is under the default database because it is not shown in the new session, because Databricks by default enable this Spark session isolation for some security reasons. Now we are trying to read the data from Spark session 1 in global temporary view. We can able to see the 5 records, and we are using the second Spark session which is created, and also we can able to read the global temporary view. But when I try to access this temporary view which I am created using first Spark session, you will face an error. This table or view are not found. The reason is because the session objects is isolated between temporary view and global temporary view. Now let's go to a new notebook which you can assume it is as a new Spark application, and let's try to read this global temporary view which is created in another Spark notebook, means another Spark application. So this is a new notebook which I created, and here I try to access this global temporary view which is created in another Spark application, which I could able to access in new notebook. But when I try to access similarly for the temporary view, I face a similar issue. The reason which I stated is due to this session share property which is configured by default to false. This we can change it to true, and we can check how it is going to affect our temporary view while calling. So in Databricks, you can access the properties and see what it is defined in the cluster level. Okay, now I'm creating a new cluster with the name session shared cluster, and I'm giving this property true. By default it will be false. Now I'm changing this to true in Spark configuration, and then I'm creating a cluster. After creating a new cluster by enabling the session shared to true, now I'm creating a new temporary table and trying to access this temporary table in the same session. Like this will definitely work, but now our experiment is to create a new Spark application or a new notebook and test whether we can able to access this data which we created in different notebook with a temporary view. If you see here, this is a completely different notebook. If you see, the first notebook which I created is session isolation analysis, where I created this temporary view, and which I am trying to access in different notebook named test. Means this different notebook is assume you can like different Spark application, and now we can able to access the same temporary view from different notebook. But this option is not advisable due to some security reasons. In a nutshell, temporary view skips persisting the view definition in underlying metastore, if any. But global view is, if global view is specified, the view can be accessed by different session and kept alive until your application ends. Otherwise, the temporary views are session scope and it will be automatically dropped if the session terminates. All the global temporary views are tied to a system preserved temporary database, global temp. The database name is preserved, and thus users are not allowed to use, create or drop this database. You must be using the qualified name to access this global temporary view, as already we've seen. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.